Try to read about the universe. It hurt my head but quenched my thirst for something bigger than my doubt, for what the silence is about. They say the world's not what it seems. It flickers at the fragile seams, like reality's a draft, still laughing at its aftermath. They told me don't look too close, it won't behave the way you hoped. I said that sounds a lot like love. They said, well, close enough. Here's my layman's guide to quantum mechanics. Nothing's solid and nothing stands still. Everything's stranger than we can imagine, and that's kind of beautiful. We're lonely, we're particles when we collide. We exist till maybe till somebody opens their eyes. The coin can land on both its sides if no one's there to choose the lie. The future hums in overlap, 1,000 versions in a lap, and somewhere in the great unknown, a cat's pretending to be alone, half asleep and half aware, like every truth we try to swear. To set the act of seeing shifts, the shape of things, the cosmic script. I've thought about the way you changed the moment that I said your name. Here's my layman's guide to quantum mechanics. Certainty's just confidence, stress, world. Time's a rumor we keep repeating. Space is a story we tell. The sparks in suspension, where chances in disguise. We're infinite questions in temporary skies. Maybe the universe started not broken, just shy. Maybe it blooms in probabilities every time we try. Maybe we're not lost or small, just wildly intertwined, tiny knots of energy in the fabric of I don't need the math to know that nothing's truly standing still. If atoms dance in empty space, why shouldn't we as well? Here's my layman's guide to quantum mechanics. All things deadly, they won't stay. Every ending folds to a beginning in a slightly different way. We're waves in the distance, we're light in disguise. We're here for a flicker and spread through the night. So if you ask me what it all means, I'll shrug and smile at the sky. It's complicated and it's magic, and we're lucky to be inside. Posters peeling on the hallway wall, eyes in the paint keep track of us all. Little red light in the smoke alarm blinking, making sure we come to no harm. Here come the thought police, boots heavily treading on my skull, writing tickets in my dreams for every doubt I never told. Here come the thought police, checking that the rooms are free. distance, but they're humming out of tune. Cities on a tightrope under a lake. Ash falls like confetti, but it settles soft and slow. Everybody's running, moving nowhere they need to go. Windows cracked for oxygen, neon bleeding blue. Headlines screaming quietly like they got nothing left to prove. The sky is doing backflips, but the streets just yawn and stretch. We light another cigarette and place another bet. It's a beautiful unraveling in comfortable disarray. We toast to the apocalypse like it's a holiday. Welcome to chill pandemonium. Ice in the inferno glow. Hearts beat slow in the stadium, while the walls all come and go. It's chaos in low volume, a riot in a whisper tone. We're calm in the delirium, dancing on a fault-line throne. Markets in free fall, but the coffee's still on time. Influencers narrate the end with filters so divine. We trade in existential dread like it's a trending brand. Post a sunset caption fine with shaking steady hands. The ground beneath us mutters, but politely waits its turn. We scroll past devastation with a mild and distant concern. Someone says it's temporary, someone says relax. Meanwhile the ceiling's cracking in symmetrical attacks. It's panic in designer shades, it's mayhem dressed in silk. A glass half full catastrophe with almond milk. Welcome to chill pandemonium. Fireworks and falling snow. Numbness as a podium for the undertold below. It's chaos in low volume, a soft and stylish groan. We're cool in the Coliseum, smiling as it's overthrown. Take a breath, don't make a scene, it's just the end of everything. Keep your voice at a moderate pitch while the planet scratches at an itch. Raise a glass to the spinning room, to the fragrant scent of gentle doom. If it burns in style. Stay composed, stay versatile. Slow clap, deep sigh. Watch the satellites drift by. If it's falling, let it fall. We'll aestheticize it all. Welcome to chill pandemonium. Cool heads in a heat wave crown. A velvet kind of tedium as the pillars tumble down. It's chaos in low volume, we barely make a sound. Just float in the delirium while the world unwinds around. When the dust finally clears, we'll say we saw it coming with impeccable calm and absolutely nothing running. carts, beanbag kingdoms move fast, break it all. Sky high on valuations, like they'd hack the sun, promising a better world, then charging everyone. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros, gold guards, glass thrones, making sure it's not woke. Watch them rise, now we watch them choke. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros, gold guards, glass thrones, making sure it's not woke. Watch them rise, now we watch them choke. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros. Buzzwords on the whiteboard, faith turned into charts. Family in the Slack thread, pink slips in the dark. Office slide to nowhere, snacks in every drawer. They were changing how we think by changing the law. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros, gold guards, glass thrones, making sure it's not woke. Watch them rise, now we watch them choke. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros. They said trust us while they time the cell. They said we're the future as they rang the bell. Now it's just echoes in an empty shell. Oh, well. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros, gold cards, glass thrones, making sure it's not woke. Watch them rise, now we watch them choke. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros. Their hoodies in the boardroom, slogans on the wall, drink cards, beanbag kingdoms move fast, break it all. Sky high on valuations, like they'd hack the sun, promising a better world, then charging everyone. We go, the fall of the tech bros, gold cards, glass thrones, making sure it's not woke. Watch them rise, now we watch them choke. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros. Words on the whiteboard, faith turned into charts. Family in the Slack thread, pink slips in the dark. Office slide to nowhere, snacks in every drawer. They were changing how we'll think by changing the law. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros, gold cards, glass thrones, making sure it's not woke. Watch them rise, now we watch them choke. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros. They said trust us while they time the cell. They said we're the future as they rang the bell. Now it's just echoes in an empty shell. Oh well. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros, gold cards, glass thrones, making sure it's not woke. Watch them rise, now we watch them choke. Here we go, the fall of the tech bros. carved into stone. Footsteps echo when you walk alone. Lanterns shake, shadows taste my fear. Every stair says you've already disappeared. At Traitors Gate, they write my story late, with dirty hands and ink that marks my fate. If I go down, I'll go down wide awake. Bite the chain and stay my name. Traitors Gate. Split lips, jokes from the guards, cause pain like whips. So my friend, he was the one to blame, signed his soul for just 5 minutes of fame. At Traitors Gate, they write my story late. Oh, his dirty hands and he like marks my fate. If I go down, I'll go down wide awake. Bite the chain, stay my name. Traitors Gate. Tell my mother I walked in straight. Tell my brothers I've been not broke. Tell my lovers I burned that rope. They can case this body, but they choke on the smoke. I'll go down There's a tremor in the quiet, like a whisper through the dark. Every second bending softly around the echo of your heart. We were standing on a rooftop, counting satellites and stars, when the night began to shimmer, like it knew just who we are. Something pulled us closer, something shifted out of sight. Not a crash, not an explosion, just a subtle twist of life. We're just ripples in space-time, circles on a boundless sea. Every touch, every goodbye travels on eternally. We collide, we realign in ways we'll never fully name. Tiny waves in the fabric, but nothing stays the same. I felt the distance changing, though we hadn't moved an inch. Like the ground beneath our shadows had forgotten how to flinch. You said maybe love's a tremor that the universe can't hide. Every time two souls come closer, the galaxies shift inside. No equations on the pavement, no diagrams in the sky, just the way the air grew heavier and you said goodbye. We're just ripples in space-time, tracing arcs we can't foresee. Every word we leave behind keeps on moving endlessly. We fade out, we intertwine, like echoes after sound. Tiny waves in forever, still shaking sacred ground. Maybe somewhere far from here, the night still feels our spark, a soft distortion in the dark, where we once left our mark. Maybe there's a tremor in the quiet, like a whisper through the dark. Every second bending softly around the echo of your heart. We were standing on a rooftop, counting satellites and scars, when the night began to shimmer, like it knew just who we are. Something pulled us closer, something shifted out of sight. Not a crash, not an explosion, just a subtle twist of light. We're just ripples in space-time, circles on a boundless sea. Every touch, every goodbye travels on eternally. We collide, we realign in ways we'll never fully name. Tiny waves in the fabric, but nothing stays the same. I felt the distance changing, though we hadn't moved an inch. Like the ground beneath our shadows had forgotten how to flinch. You said maybe love's a tremor that the universe can't hide. Every time two souls come close, galaxies shift diagrams in the sky. Just the way the air grew heavier when you said goodbye. We're just ripples in space-time, tracing arcs we can't foresee. Every word we leave behind keeps on moving endlessly. We fade out, we intertwine, like echoes after sound. Tiny waves in the silence, still shaking sacred ground. Maybe somewhere far from here, the night still feels our spark. A soft distortion in the dark, where we once left our mark. Maybe nothing's ever lost, just stretched beyond our view. The universe still humming with the shape of me and you. We're just ripples in space-time, brief but burning bright. Every heartbeat sends a signal through the endless night. We break, we bloom, we shine, then drift beyond the frame. Tiny waves in forever, and forever feels our name. So if you feel the silence move or the stillness softly chime, that's just us still traveling. I speak in 17 dialects, including mime and mild neglect. I conjugate in Sanskrit sneeze and argue fluently with bees. I've mastered every vowel known, except the ones I can't intone. My accent's perfectly precise in languages I can't spell twice. I parse the phrase with dazzling flair, split infinitives without a care, but hand me text in black and white, I faint dramatically on sight. I am the illiterate linguist, hear me declaim, a virtuoso of verbs with no grasp of my name. I'll diagram sentences up in the air, but ask me to read them, I haven't a prayer. I'm fluent in flourish, proficient in jest. All hail the illiterate linguist. I wrote a thesis on silent K, which I pronounced quite wrong all day. Debated tense with such conviction, I accidentally banned all diction. My glossary is rather vast, it's just the letters run too fast. They rearrange and form a mob and steal my spectacles and jaw. I lecture boldly on the page, pages fill me up with rage. I quote great poets line by line, provided someone reads them first and slowly. I'm the illiterate linguist, bold and verbose. I'll lecture on syntax through one nostril. The news I'll dazzle with jargon, confound with a twist, but footnotes and captions persistently miss. I'm king of semantics, a text to won't rest. Long live the illiterate linguist. Yes, yes, of course I've read the book. I've studied every cranny and nook. Well, not precisely read per se, I've sensed its vibe in a profound way. The letters glare, they stand in rows, they mark the way my knowledge grows. They whisper soundless out, old chap, I'd rather take a bracing nap. Apostrophes I treat with care, I sprinkle them everywhere. Commas fall like summer rain incorrectly, but with panache and strength. I'm the illiterate linguist, proud as can be, a titan of talk with no literacy. I'll translate thunder, interpret mist, but subtitles leave me quite dismissed. So raise a toast, enlist, insist, for nonsense makes the best language. If language is power, and I insist, it's terribly overrated when written. Sing it, shout, and twist. Just kindly don't hand me a reading list. Speak it, sing it, shout and twist. Just kindly don't hand me a reading. The shattered glass, every pledge is shrink-wrapped hope with a hidden surcharge tax. They auction off the weather now, the coastline and the cure, then blame the tide for rising when the profits are secure. They kiss the babies, count the votes, rehearse their noble frown, sell austerity as virtue while they quietly buy the town. A scandal's just a learning curve, a bribe's a bridging fee. A trope's been downsized recently for operational efficiency. Wave the flag and dim the facts, feed the wolves and call them packs. If conscience makes an awkward sound, increase the volume, drown it out. Oh, hail the politics of deceit, polished teeth and polished defeat. Shake my hand while you check my pulse, call it freedom, mean impulse. They sell us chains in luxury suites, fine print stitched in the velvet seats. Stand and cheer on numb sore feet. Long live the politics of deceit. They weaponize the dictionary, edited care at cost. Read define the common good as whatever can be lost. A think tank full of smoke machines produces moral fog, where facts are just suggestions and a watchdog is a dog. They privatize the oxygen, subsidize the blame. Commission studies prove that we're the ones who are insane. Austerity for breakfast, exemptions for dessert. They preach about the market while they pick your pocket first. Left, right, doesn't matter much. Both hands dip into the clutch. If outrage starts to organize, release a flash, distracting prize. Oh hell, the politics of deceit, where justice limps and lobbyists eat. Draft a bill at midnight call. Let the donors write it all. Fruit's been labeled obsolete. File away is indiscreet. Bend the knee, check the tweet. God save the politics of deceit. Transparency, they proudly shout, only when the lights go out. Accountability, they cry, then hire someone else to lie. A crisis looms, fantastic news. There's always something new to use. Deflect, divide, repeat the sacred dance of soft soul thieves. Spin it faster, trim the cost, blame the poor for being lost. If the numbers won't comply, simply teach the grass to lie. So hail the politics of deceit. Perfume, rod, and Taylor conceit. Smile wine for the televised feast. It's selling dressed up as relief. They'll sell you hope at full retail. Offer thoughts and prayers on sale. And when the system starts to creak, they'll blame the weak for being weak. So here's your palate for neat and sweet. The choice between defeat and defeat. Sign below, applaud the show. Pretend you didn't already know. And the curtain falls, the actors meet to toast another flaw.